Lots to talk about. The Penn State sexual abuse scandal has taken a couple more twists and turns today. Bob Moffitt is here with a look at that. Also a milestone that should be, anyway, grabbing the headlines. Bob.
That's right, Eric. And on any other night, we would start with the milestone first. We will get to that later, but we have to begin with the TV interview that was as much a shock to the interviewer as it was to us tonight. Jerry Sandusky, he's the former defensive coach at Penn State who's charged with 40 counts of sexual assault of 8 boys. Some of those counts are alleged to have happened on campus. His attorney was supposed to go on Rock Center for an interview with Bob Costas tonight, but at the last minute, Sandusky decides he wants to go on air. Here's a sampling.
That's what hits me the most.
Are you a pedophile?
No.
Are you sexually attracted to young boys, to underage boys?
Am I sexually attracted to underage boys? Sexually attracted? You know, no, I enjoy young people.
Now, I'm no attorney, but I'm pretty sure that cannot be good for his case. I mean, really, what would you rank that answer on the believability scale? -8? Does the average man need to repeat that question twice? So far, the Sandusky charges and the school's failure to properly investigate them have cost the coach, athletic director, and vice president their jobs. Mike McQueary is the assistant coach who says he saw one instance of abuse. He's been getting grilled in the media for not going to police, but he did go to Coach Joe Paterno. Now, an email has surfaced with his description of events, and in the email he says he did go to campus police and he stopped the sexual assault, though not by physically intervening. But the police department has come out and said, no, McQueary never came to them, and that testimony is not in the grand jury report. All right, let's go on to happier news, and that would be no NBA season through the middle of December. At this point, the fans really can honestly say none of these people care about me. Not that you should have held out much hope for that before, but here's what the sticking point is between the billionaires and the millionaires: 1.5%. The players want 52.5% of the $4 billion pie that is the NBA. The NBA owners, who said they would not go above 47, have come all the way up to 51, but the union still says, no way, we can't do that. They're not even going to put the vote out to the rank and file. They are going to decertify the union, though, so they can sue the league, which is what the NFL players did. But they did it way before the start of the NFL season, which means they only lost a couple of preseason games. So it doesn't look like the union's doing such a hot job for the NBA. So we'll keep you up to speed on that mess. In the meantime, might I recommend you maybe tune into a San Jose Sharks game. It's like basketball, up and down action, lots of errant shots, and they run into each other at full speed. Just a suggestion. Sharks host Detroit tomorrow night at 7:30. Now for the milestone part of our program. The Duke Blue Devils trying to give Mike Krzyzewski his 903rd career victory, up by 20 over Michigan State in the State Farm's Champions Classic in New York. Andre Dawkins had 26. Michigan State wouldn't make it close at the end, but could get no closer than 5. Duke wins 74-69. Afterwards, the coach marked the occasion with Coach Bobby Knight, who was on hand to congratulate his protege.
Well, I just told him, I said, Coach, I'm not sure people tell you this, but I love you. And I love what you've done for me, and thank you. And he says, boy, you've done pretty good for a kid who couldn't shoot. So I think that meant he loves me, too.
A good night for Coach K. We will end on now what is truly happy news for at least Oakland Raiders fans. Oakland Raiders running back Darren McFadden is out of the walking boot he has been wearing for the last 2 weeks. He has a mid-foot sprain. While he was out, Michael Bush racked up 242 yards from scrimmage. Oh, wait a minute. I forgot. More bad news. Jacoby Ford is now in a walking boot. I wonder if it's the same walking boot. Like maybe the Raiders only have one. Anyway, the wide receiver is questionable for Sunday's game in Minnesota. Eric, just a crazy day. Tomorrow we'll start off, I promise, with a mountain of a story. A look at All-America lineman Arik Armstead of Pleasant Grove High School. He's already had recruiting visits to Alabama, Texas, and Notre Dame. Tomorrow, he and Jim Crandall will visit your living room with a look at just how active a 6'8", 275 lineman can be.